Hello and welcome, and let's start with wins. Who's got a win?
My customer who bought the tower garden, her tower garden's doing great. It's got little buds on it already.
Oh,
Yep, she got it in July. She started it in July.
did she really? I'm just now, Gil. I'm getting them sprouted sent to me this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can get them out of Orlando and I think Atlanta.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Who's got another one? And there's something too I want to tie in with that too, Gil. Does she do the trio as well?
All right, this is how it started with the trio. And then she wanted the tower garden, but could only afford one or the other. So she stopped the trio until the tower garden's paid off, and then she's starting the trio.
If somebody ever buys a tower, okay,
Uh-huh.
first, I always say, man, congrats, we love ours. And this is what, and I don't put it on them. I'll say, hey, I used to do this too, and I would eat a lot of broccoli or a lot of kale or a lot of spinach.
Mm-hmm.
You see their head going like yours is?
Yeah.
That's what everybody does.
Yeah.
But what the trio is, it's 30 different plants.
Yeah.
So in the synergy of that working together is even more impactful and bring even more advantage to the tower.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't know any of this until I started studying this, but hey, congrats. And that's it.
Uh-huh.
So I don't even try and sell them. And then if they're intrigued, they'll say, well, hey, can I get, that's my in.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, Misty. Who's got another win? And Misty's got some stuff I think she's going to share too also.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Monica in the dark.
We had the craziest storm come through. We lost tons of treetops. We have no
Oh, wow.
power.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's commitment.
Yeah, but here you are.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking.
So, yeah.
You didn't do your hair. You didn't have an accident down there. You just didn't do your hair. I had the lights out, okay?
Right? Everyone's like, Harper's like, can I turn the lights on? We're like, it's not going to work, babe.
I'm surprised Holly didn't lose power. It was pretty brutal for a while, man. I thought the wind was going to blow through my house.
My win, guys, is my daughter asked me to get rid of my beard and leave a mustache.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. I did it. And honestly, even wanted me to do it. And she was like, no. I left it for 2 days. I forgot. And I was driving around, dude. It was so comical. She's like, you got to shave that before you do your call tonight. I think the job anymore is to just embarrass the heck out of them.
So easy to do, too.
Absolutely, man. Oh, God. See, I'm going to make you guys laugh regardless. I'm going to get me a baby Jesus tuxedo t-shirt, Jason, because it says I'm formal.
Well, you still like to party.
That's right. Thank you.
You guys and your movie quotes.
Is it green or red?
What'd you say?
It's always green.
It's green. It's green.
All right. You guys ready? Let's get rocking. Anybody else have a win? Jason?
Every day's a win, Dr. K. Every day's a win. Because we are winners here.
That's right. Winner, chicken dinner, right?
I sold 27 shirts in 1 day yesterday.
Nice.
How many?
27 yesterday.
Nice. Good for you.
It's
That's
a good
page, right?
What's up?
GoFundMe, man. I told you.
What about?
Credit college going through that thing, dude. I told you.
Oh, yeah.
Open up to abundance, baby.
So we're getting there.
Awesome. You ready?
Weird. Let me see. I think so. Yeah, go ahead, Misty, if you have something to share, honey.
Oh, no, go ahead. I didn't know if you were going to go through the presentation or not. So go ahead.
Yeah, I thought you wanted me to do it for the guy. Didn't we have somebody? Or no?
I do want to send it to him. Yeah, that would be great.
I have a friend, Shelly, she's getting on, so she'll probably be doing the business, so it's good to hear it too. She said she's signing on, so.
Oh, perfect.
Well, guys, I'm Dr. Kenny Harless. I'm a national marketing director at Juice Plus and consultant. And I just want to share my story and my why Juice Plus made sense to me. But basically, what made sense to me is I knew that there was no way I was eating the recommended 10 to 15 fistfuls of raw vegetables and fruits every single day. And there was no way my daughter at 4 years old when we started this journey was even close to that. So when someone presented this to me, it just made sense to help me fill in the gaps. And I realized that we were getting 30 different plants every single day we were taking this. And there's omegas and other things on top of that, but they took the fiber, the water, and the sugar out. So it's diabetic safe. People that are on ketogenic diets can use this. Just truly remarkable in that science. And also too, we also have the omegas. All of our products are all vegan. They're all plant-based. So I didn't realize this until I started this journey, but when you hear fish oils, those are omega-3s, right? Well, omega-3s come from plants. The fish actually eat algae. So even our omegas are plant-based. And some of the benefits of these are brain health. Like how many children do we know today with some kind of learning challenge or disability? It helps with joint pain, cardiovascular health, even long-term in aging adults, right? You're looking at things like dementia and Alzheimer's at all-time highs due to inflammation. And these products actually are clinically proven to bring down inflammation. And the way I explain that, if you think of a grease fire on your stove, that's fire. That's what inflammation means. And I'm talking low-grade inflammation over time causing these kind of disruptions in the body. Well, if you throw baking soda on that fire, you put the fire out. And that's what these products basically do. They act like baking soda on that fire. Now, we also have these shakes that I absolutely love. Our daughter starts with one of these every single day. I take the capsules, I pull them apart, and I put those inside of that shake, and I shake it up, put it in a shaker, and she drinks it. That's her breakfast. And so these things have 8 grams of fiber, all plant-based again, 13 grams of protein, and this is a complete meal replacement. It's even been done at MD Anderson, which is a world-renowned cancer institute, on ovarian cancer survivors and ladies, and tremendous results with that. One of the biggest things that made sense to me was our free children's health study. Each time an adult signs up, they can place any child of their wishes underneath our free children's health study. And this study is free for up to 4 years. It ranges from age 4 to 18. And if they're a full-time college student, 18 to 26, and we have their email address and their university, they can get that for free. Now, some of these stats, as you can see, are on this page. Over 3 million families are in this study. Also, 300,000 respondents, and kids that take this, 60% fewer doctor visits, 66% fewer days of school missed. They drink more water, eat more fruits and vegetables, and they eat less fast food and drink less pop. What parent doesn't want that, right? Now, the biggest thing too, and I need to actually update this slide, I apologize, but I believe right now we're up to 41 peer-reviewed double-blind studies, which really cracks me up, because when you really step back and think about this, like we really need to do research on fruits and vegetables. I mean, anytime you go to a doctor, if you want prevention, what do they say? Eat more fruits and vegetables, drink more water, and move more. And so, but these studies have been done now in 4 countries, 8 countries, 4 continents, and we are the most researched product on the planet. You can even ask Siri on your iPhone. Also, all of our products are NSF certified. This is like the stamp of a parent's approval. One thing I didn't know, and I like to ask people this question, guys. Have you ever noticed how a multivitamin has a locking lid just like a medicine bottle? And you will literally see that parent's just disbelief. That's why Juice Plus is all locked. It's a flip top, or it's a Ziploc bag for the gummies or chewables, because you won't overdose on these like 60,000 Americans do on multivitamins every single year. NSF also lets you know as a parent that the only thing in the product is on the label. And also too, it's checked for herbicides, pesticides, mold, mildew, bacteria, and even radiation and ethylene gas. I was blown away. The average produce travels 2,500 miles from farm to table. So they pick it 2 and 3 weeks early. So what they do is they actually use the gas and radiation to ripen it to make it look ripe. Isn't that crazy? That's why your garden tastes so much better when you grow it that way. Now, this right here is just a graph showing preventable diseases. And heart disease, cancer, all these things are completely preventable. Medical research shows, due to what you read in the research, but anywhere from 85 to 95% of chronic diseases are completely preventable just by what we put in our mouth, what we think, and how we move, and what we drink. Now, this right here are our products and their costs. And I really want to break this down to simplicity, but you know, people, if you do the duo, which is the fruits and the red, the green are the veggies. Those are 20 different total veggies and fruits that cost that consumer, that parent, $1.50 a day for broccoli, parsley, tomato, carrot, garlic, lemon beet, rice bran, and kale. And people say, well, Doc, how'd they fit all that in a capsule? I said, well, look, if we, I said, man, if we went and we cremated you, how much use left? And they're like, well, not much. I said, well, that's exactly kind of what the company did. They didn't burn the stuff, but they took it down to its smallest components. So it's kind of the same thing we would do with the fire with us, right? All joking aside. But it's $1.50 a day, $50 a month, and you get a free children's health study. And this month through September, you also get you can do a one-time trial of the Juice Plus Complete Shakes. They only have to pay $5 to shipping and handling. Now, the trio, which is adding the berries for immune boost, cardiovascular health, all these other aspects, that's $75 a month or $2.50 a day. When you add the omegas, which are also plant-based, those are also $1 extra a day. You're talking $3.50. And so when I realized that I was spending more at Starbucks on coffee than I was to put 35 different plants in my family. And also, too, we have the shakes. Those are about $2.33 a serving. Now, the Tower Garden, as some of us were speaking about earlier, is an aeroponic system. You literally, it comes with everything you need other than the water. You plug this sucker in, it's on a timer, and you have all the things you need to sprout. You literally put the mineral solution in. There's no soil. There's no cleanup. There's no E. coli. Nobody's touching your food, and it's shipped directly to your door. This stuff produces a 30% higher yield, $7 a year in electricity, and it takes up less than 5% of the space that the same garden would take to do this. And there's no waste. You literally clip it when it's ready and eat it right off of the Tower Garden. It's amazing. So, and I think the payments on this, Misty is more on tune on this, but I think they're like, now this right here, guys, if this is starting to make sense to you, you know, and I always say this to people, if the products that we offer make sense, it's going to make sense to the people that you love. And so this right here is how we kind of earn volume. So we actually help people become healthier, and we get paid to do it and share it, right? And to put white gloves on and help them with their business. So this is a chart here, and it shows you product volume, which is equivalent to the price. So the way we get paid, you get paid on what they call here, your sales profit is 10% of what you sell. And then you can earn commissions as you climb up the ladder, up to 15%. So I'm going to kind of take you through our compensation plan up to the 4th level, just to show you how you can max this sucker out. And so if you have more questions and we're done, we can answer these. I don't want to go into too much detail here. Now, basically, like I said before, if this makes sense to you, it's going to make sense to your family and friends. So if you sign up to share this product, it's $52 once a year. That's $1 a week. One of our people sharing this had a friend, they said they couldn't afford it. I said, you can't afford not to do that. It cost me $300,000 to open my practice. This is $52 a year to have basically your own front office and back office and have an opportunity to have unlimited earning income. So that's what it costs you. You get a front office, a back office. You also, too, you'll get a packet in the mail with some of the medical research that we shared before and some handouts. Now, once you put in your order, if you order what we call a quad, that is the fruits, the vegetables, the berries, and omegas, that's 420 points. Juice Plus gives you 30 days to get 1,000 points. That means if you get 2 other people to do the same thing, you just hit your first bonus. You get a $50 bonus check in the mail. How cool is that to get a mailbox check instead of a bill? And then you also get a free Juice Plus conference live ticket of $150 value. And you start to earn 5% commission on that order. So if we do a trio for simple math, you're making an extra $15 on that trio. Now, once you do this and you get past the first level of a partner plus, you need to bring on at least one team member, if not more, to do the same thing you just did in 60 days. And if you bring on 2 other people to do that same thing, now you hit what we call qualifying sales coordinator. You get a $300 bonus check for doing so. So does your person who brought you into our business. You make 10% commission on all future orders. So now instead of making 15, you make $30 plus, that's in commission, plus $30 in retail profit. So you're making 60 now. And you can earn 3% commission on what we call performance bonus once you qualify your business. Once you go to the next step, so now that you're a qualifying sales coordinator, you need to get 2 people under you to become qualifying sales coordinators and 1 partner plus. And the amazing thing, you've already done this. You know how to guide them. Once you do this, you get a $600 bonus check. So does the person who brought you into business. And now you earn 15% commission on top of the 10% retail profit. What does that look like? Well, you're making $75 now on trio orders instead of 30. And now you can earn not only the 3% performance bonus, but 3% on performance out bonus as well. So this company, you can go all the way up the line like I have. They added 4 new levels actually this year, but I have full medical benefit coverage, including term and disability. I have an 80-20 coverage. I think it costs me, I think it's $200 a month for me, my wife, my daughter. And we have with this, once I hit $2,000 out of pocket, it's 100% coverage after that. There's college tuition reimbursement, holiday bonus pay, and it just keeps going on, and a $10,000 bonus check as well. So, and I didn't even go into POB, but POB is something where you can earn an extra $3,000 a month based on your volume that they add to your check. So literally, and these show all the other qualifications and criteria which you can earn. So why people ask me why to do this business? Well, if you look around you, look at how people are more in tune now with their health. After this whole shakeup thing or whatever's happened, people can work from home. I always explain to my team, if you're not using this thing to serve people and make money, it's a dumb phone. So literally, whether it's going live, doing posts, whatever it may be, this is a phenomenal opportunity. You can work right from your phone anywhere on the planet and do this. And also too, guys, all of our products are safe. They're NSF certified. There's the most medical research on the planet. We have a foundation. We give back to the community of Memphis, St. Jude's Children's Hospital, all kinds of wonderful things that we do. We're a 50-year company. We're over $15 billion in value, 0 debt, and small product line, so it's easy to learn. There's health benefits. That's a huge, huge, huge opportunity. Another thing too, I just sold my practice. So doing so, I get to take Juice Plus with me. It didn't stay with my practice. So a lot of times these doctors, they don't get to take that with them. There's supplements and things that they may be doing, even though Juice Plus I don't call a supplement, they can't bring that with them. And most of them have to pay out of pocket for health benefits when they can earn it this way. And there's a residual income. I want to leave you with this. I want you to think about something. I've always been into sales and things of that nature because I love it. I love the opportunity to be able to help and serve more and not be limited in what I wanted to earn. But when I made a sell, that person may love me to death and come back to me 2 or 3 years later. I don't get anything in between now and then. Here's the beautiful thing. Before I understood and saw the vision of this company, I had 2 ladies come into my office that were patients. They see my bottle setting out on the wall. I didn't explain it. I just walked in, they were handling it. They're looking at it. They go, what's this? I go, it's basically like juicing, but they put it in capsules. So there's no mess, there's no cleanup, and it's way less money. And they're like, sign me up. It took me about 8 months to a year to realize I was getting a paycheck every month on 2 people that I never did anything again. I just put them in a system and it auto ships. So you don't have to worry about any product and stashing product. Literally, it goes right to their front door. All our design is to do is to become raving fans, share it, and that's basically it. And then just share the business and the product with people. Whatever makes sense to them, boom, that's it. So I wanted to take the time now to thank you guys for this opportunity to share with you and to share with others. Your next step, there's one of two things you can do. And I love this part. You know, there's people in life that make things happen. There are people that watch things happen, and there's other people that step back and say, what happened? So in life, do you want to take control of it, or you just want to sit by and watch what happens? I always teach multiple sources of income. If this makes sense, we can show you how to do the system. And if not, hey, get on the product, start taking the product. You start getting the results that I've had, you might want to join the business at that point. But I want to thank you. If you have any questions, let me know. And that's it for now. And I'll stop that share. Anybody have any questions whatsoever? Misty, I know you want to share some things on LinkedIn, right? Hey, Shelly.
I'm not sure why the picture's not coming up. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Probably the lower left-hand corner, honey. It'll say, it'll have the video button with a little red line.
Well, no, I just lost it. Well, uh-oh, what happened?
Where you going, Mikey?
What's that?
Where you going?
It's kind of funny because Kenny said Starbucks, and I was like, I'm gonna go get some Starbucks before they close.
Put it out there.
Oh.
Get money for anything we want, don't we?
all right, what was it in the right side, Kenny, that you said?
It might be the left side, actually.
It is the left side.
You should see like a little mic and a little camera.
Yeah,
And
and
there's probably an X on it, a red X or a slash.
if you just touch it, it'll get rid of that red. And you should pop right up on it.
All right, let me see this. Nope, that's not
Misty,
it.
why don't you go ahead and start your share with the
Oh,
LinkedIn?
wait, hold on. I think I just figured out where it was, I think. Yep, that's
There we go.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome, Shelley. Dr. Kenny, can you go ahead and give me permission to share my screen? Maybe I can already. Nope, not yet. Dr. Kenny, can you give me permission to share my screen?
No, not at all.
Please. So today I'm going to go over some LinkedIn strategies and things that I've been picking up. I am by no means an expert, but I am, I've been diving in and using that as my main focus and my main source of networking. So let me just see if I can find the right one. Okay, so 1 second, I'm going to flip this over to, nope, not that one. I can't see because the bar keeps coming down. Sorry. 1 second, guys. Every time I go to click it, a bar pops down. Hold on. Okay, can you see that now?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so a couple of things I'm going to start off with. I'm going to go to my home page. And when I go there, I can click on my profile. So you can click on yours on LinkedIn. It's really important to have a profile, some verbiage in your profile. So you can see mine is right here. You can click on it to expand, and you can also click the edit button to add. So you want to make sure you have good content on there. You want to have words, because LinkedIn uses this as for part of its search engine. So when people are trying to find people, they will use, LinkedIn will use some of those words. So that's not the highest on the priority for LinkedIn as far as search optimization, but they do use that. They also use your headline and your experience. So your headline would be more of this section here. And then your experience, of course, would be more in your profile. So just make sure, and your previous history, work history, and things like that. So make sure you have a profile in here and that's filled out. What you want to add in your profile is some personality. You don't want it to be a blah, blah, blah. This is who I am. This is what I do. You want to make sure you add a little bit of your spunk or a little bit of your personality in there. You want to have something in there that inspires people to action. So remember, LinkedIn is a platform that is for businesses. So people looking for positions, people looking to expand their networks. But it is a place for people to look for jobs. So that was the original primary reason for LinkedIn, was to connect businesses with job seekers. So what are we all doing as Juice Plus partners? We are seeking people to work with us, right? So that is exactly what we're doing. So anyway, make sure in that profile section that you're talking about your career story, your journey. You have about 300 to 355 words to spend, but just know that the first 3 sentences or first 3 or so lines will be all that people will see to start. And then after that, they're going to have to click on this see all details to see more. So you just want to make sure those first few words are really impactful. You can add emojis, which I haven't done yet. I was just watching a guy tonight. If you would like to watch his webinar series, look him up on LinkedIn. His name is Trevor Houston. And he has some free webinars that you can watch as well to learn more about how to optimize your LinkedIn and what content to put out there. What else was I going to tell you? If you click on, I want to talk with you a little bit about how to find people. You want to be friending people on here just like you would on Facebook. So if you go to my network, which is in the top right here, you're going to see my connections. Again, I'm just starting to build that. I have 756 contacts, but my connections are 260. So what I'm going to do then is come up here to this search bar, and I'm going to search for open to work in Europe. So there is a new thing on LinkedIn ever since COVID hit. They have added this. So anybody who's looking for a job can add to their title or add to their picture that they're open to work. I just did a recent open to work search for Europe because I wanted to see, I'm really looking to add partners and team in Europe because our Tower Gardens are going to be launching there very soon. So if you click on that, you will see that there are people are listed here. It tells you where they live. It tells them maybe what they're looking for. You can kind of go through and say, okay, this person might be a good fit. And you would just click the connect button. And then keep going down the list. So there was somebody I saw earlier, this person here, a network coach and open to opportunities. She might be a good person to connect with. So I just kind of look at things and look at their description. And again, on yours, the very first few things on your profile, this is what people are going to see when they're looking. So you want to make sure that it's really impactful and good stuff. See how hers have all these emojis? I wouldn't put that many. In any post or any content you post to LinkedIn, you only want to have a maximum of like 3 emojis. It's not like Facebook. Hashtagging is not the same as Facebook either. So make sure you're not just randomly hashtagging things. You want to hashtag things in LinkedIn that have been claimed and have a lot of followers. And just a few of those. You don't want to do like 10 of them, okay? And that's if you're
Hey, Misty, I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you pay for LinkedIn?
I
Or
do not.
Okay, because mine looks different than yours. I don't have that screen.
What screen?
Like mine is totally different.
You don't have a My Network?
I don't think so. We can talk about that later, but
Okay, it might be because you're on an iPad. I'm not sure. It might be in a different place.
okay.
On my iPhone, it shows up differently. So anyway, so this is how you would connect. You could click the connect button. I clicked on hers and it says invite sent. And then what you're gonna do is, later that day, the next day, whenever you get back in LinkedIn to look, you are going to go back to you're gonna go back to your, network. And then you're gonna go to your connections. And you can actually select your most recently added connections. Do you see that right there? So these are the people that I've added the most recently. And then you're gonna send them a message and just make sure you message everybody. The message that you wanna send to people, I'm gonna show you one of them that I received recently. I thought it was just fantastically personal. And that's what I want to tell you guys. You want to make sure your LinkedIn messages are not spam, because there are people on here that just really, they really rag on spammers. And so you don't want to turn people off. So you don't want to just throw out a blanket message. You want to put something on here that has personality in it and talks about networking, talks about building relationships, and things like that. So whenever I invite somebody on LinkedIn to connect with me, I get a really high percentage of people saying yes. I will tell you that. But what I do is I just say, thank you so much for connecting. I love to network. I'd love to find out more about what you do and see if there's a fit for us to do business together, or for me to refer to you, that kind of thing. So I'll show you a little bit here, and I can read it too, because you might not be able to see it. Her message to me was quite lengthy. I don't do that. I don't write them this long, but I just want you to have an idea of the personality and the personalized message she sent me. It's a pleasure to be connected, Misty. My hope is to expand our connection and that I can add value to your network. What I find most valuable is human connection, especially here on LinkedIn, where many feel it's the place to land that next client. Every day I am pitched and sent unsolicited marketing from individuals who just haven't taken the time to invest in building quality connection. I have no doubt you get it. It can be very frustrating. Ideally, I look to establish my professional network with individuals with integrity that make it a priority to take the time to become familiar with one another and are open to explore the possibility of opportunities and collaboration. Now that we're connected, here's what you can expect from me. So then she adds some other things. Everything first starts with establishing that high value human connection. Are you open to connect for a simple chat? Sarah. So there's that open to connect part, right? That's really important. But what I wanted to make sure that I emphasize is that when you're messaging people on LinkedIn, when you're first messaging them, you can simply say, thanks for connecting. I hope you're having a great day. If you want, and see if they respond. You can keep it as simple as that. Or you could say something about, I love to network. I love to connect with people and see if there's a great fit. Would you be open to a Zoom call? You can be that simple, but at least you're being upfront, you're being forward, and you're saying, you're not trying to pitch them something right off the bat, okay? So I just want to make sure that everyone knows that. Again, LinkedIn is a whole different animal. So any questions about messaging people on LinkedIn and what kind of wording you might want to use? I had another one that I did, I can show you. This is a guy from the UK that we connected this week. I said, hi, Alwyn, thank you for connecting. I love to connect and build relationships with other like-minded people. You never know how one connection might change or affect someone's life, smiley face. Would you be open to a networking Zoom call this week? Question mark. And that's it. Super simple. Any questions before I move on? Okay, good. So the other thing I want to tell you is when you're adding content, so you're adding a video or a photo or some kind of verbiage to LinkedIn, again, keep your emojis minimal. If you can get friends and family to comment on it within the first hour, that's called the golden hour. That's if LinkedIn sees it, you're getting a lot of traffic, comments, likes, all that kind of stuff in the first hour, you're more likely to be exposed to more people. So that is an important piece as well. I think I said this right, but keep your emojis to three emojis or less. And make sure your content is related to what it is you do, right? So make sure your content is related to your profile. Like you're talking about using those same words and telling a story through your profile, your job description, and what it is you're talking about. Those are some important pieces. So maybe even just have some of those words in the content above your video that would relate back to who you are and what you do. And then make sure when you're talking about, again, with your content and your profile, make sure you're telling people what problem do you solve, right? What sets you apart from other companies and other people? Why would people want to work with you? And what skills do you have that will help them achieve results? And why do you love your work? Those are all like when people can feel you and really like feel your heart in what you do, it makes a huge difference too. So you can also review your search appearances. And I think this gets more in depth with when you do the paid for, and I don't do that. Jason has it, and I should have pulled up his maybe, but you can see who viewed your how many people viewed your profile. So you can see I've been trending up since July.
Woo!
And then, you know, these things get unlocked when you can see some of the people that have viewed my profile, but you can't see all of them because I don't do the premium. But there's a whole like you can see who's viewed my videos and things like that. So anyway, there's lots of things on here, and again, I don't get to see all of them because I don't have the premium, but if you do, you can kind of explore those sections and just see there's a way to see if your verbiage and your content matches up with your the people that are viewing your profile and what they searched for and how then you showed up. It'll help you, and that's called Job Scan on LinkedIn. So you can go through and do Job Scan, and it'll show the people what they searched for, and if it matches up with your profile, it has like X's and check marks and stuff, and it's like a little scan of your profile and what people have searched for who actually looked at your profile. I hope that made sense.
What's the premium?
What's that?
What's the premium?
You're breaking up.
What's the premium?
What does it cost? I don't know that. I'm not sure. Jason gets it for free, just so you know. If you are military, ex-military, retired, or veteran, you get free premium. It might be a trial though. Is there a certain time frame? Do you remember?
I don't recall.
So if you do have,
I'm pretty sure anybody gets a month free trial.
I think you can get a free month trial for sure, but I know Jason has some kind of free membership, and I think it's from being ex-military. So keep that in your.
Get the green card.
What do you say?
I don't know. You're breaking up. I can't hear you. Oh, funny. Any questions about LinkedIn? Is anybody else? I'm going to stop screen sharing here. If I can. Maybe. Oh, here we go. Any other questions about LinkedIn? Is anybody else using it quite a bit? Anybody else on there besides Jason? Dr. Kenny's on there now too. I know a little more.
On LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on there.
I'm on there. I just haven't done anything with it.
So the guy that I network with today,
I had a question, Missy.
Yeah, go ahead.
What kind of so if you're doing like videos, what kind of content are you wanting to shoot?
Specifically for Juice Plus, you would want to shoot, well, you would want to talk about any kind of nutritional things you can talk about, right? Anything that's gonna pertain to Juice Plus itself. You could share a story about that.
Yeah, I guess like what would you put, like the difference between like what would you put on LinkedIn and then not like Facebook? Like you would, of course, there's some things that you would not put on LinkedIn compared to Facebook. Does that make sense?
On LinkedIn, you're really going to want to add value. Anything you're putting on LinkedIn, keep it a little bit more business, whereas on Facebook, market a little bit more. So when you see people's posts on Facebook, you see more advertisements, I guess you could say. On LinkedIn, you're really going to see more content that's value driven. How is that going to help somebody? So maybe you add content that helps network marketers, right? Maybe you add content that helps people to understand the value in having a home-based business. Those are the kinds of things you're probably going to respond to on LinkedIn.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you want to think about Facebook is just more, it's just social, right? It's all social. Not that LinkedIn isn't, but it's definitely business driven. Like you don't want to have everything kind of gearing toward Juice Plus and then throw out your political views. It doesn't match with what it is that you have as a LinkedIn profile. So you just kind of want to stay in your lane and hammer the things that you want to get done with your business, so to speak.
Yeah, people aren't posting like happy birthday to my 10-year-old on there, those kinds of things, right? No, you're not seeing gifts on there, like all that stuff. It really is more of a professional development kind of platform. Does that make sense?
Mm.
Okay. So the guy that I talked with today, he said a year ago, he was primarily focusing on Facebook. And within the last, and then he switched over a year ago to LinkedIn as his primary focus, and his network blew up. So he was at that time very regional when he was more focused on Facebook. He's from the Louisville area. And he said it had mostly Louisville people that were following me, and then spattered out throughout Kentucky. He said, but now I have people from all over the nation and world. And he said, and it's because I switched to LinkedIn. So it has almost, I know it has over 500 million people on the platform, and I think it's getting closer to 1 billion, they said. So it's getting up there. And so it's becoming the worldwide way of finding business and people to connect with through the business world. So I do think that LinkedIn is the way to go right now if you're looking for business partners and you're looking for something like that. When you're looking for maybe more just customers, then Facebook is still a great way to go, and you can find business partners on Facebook too. I have this feeling, and I've been talking with people, and they just keep saying, man, LinkedIn, that's the way to go. So not saying to stop using Facebook, but I don't think it's a terrible idea to split your time and really network on both and reach out to people on both.
I think why you're seeing a format like LinkedIn grow so much is people are tired of Facebook. They're tired of all the negativity and the nonsense, and that you don't find that on LinkedIn. And if you do, you will find people that post like, hey man, that's not what this is all about. Keep those views to yourself. This is all business related. So it's a much cleaner site, so to speak, or a cleaner platform to run with. And I've definitely found it to be more beneficial. And one of the things that Missy pointed out earlier is, don't have canned responses. I mean, I don't know how many of you are really super active with it, but I'm getting more and more so over the last couple of months. And I've gotten a ton of I think they all went to the same webinar. They're all doing research, and they want to talk to me as a chiropractor and blah, blah, blah. And they'll send these canned things. And it doesn't matter what I respond, I'll get another canned reply from them that has nothing to do with the response that I gave them and the questions they asked. It's like, it's such a turnoff. So that's why I keep it personal and be real with people. That's what people want. That's what people crave. That's a connection that makes humanity go.
Yeah, they can pay to have those automated messages to people. So they can even pay for it, I think, to automatically connect with people. And when people do connect, you get this instant message, right? So there is some of that on there, and you can pick those people out. You can just skip them. You don't have to reply to them. But I can't really emphasize enough to be personal and to be real with people. And people are excited to connect. People are loving connecting to people on the other side of the country and all over the place. So
I talked to a lady in Vietnam this morning. Awesome. Never would have happened on Facebook. So
That was on LinkedIn that you connected?
yep.
That's
We did
cool.
this morning. Yep.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I talked to a guy in Louisville today, and then another guy in Detroit, and you're all over the place. Go ahead, Kenny. Did you want to say something?
I say, guys, look, even I've done the same thing on totally agree though. Like LinkedIn, absolutely, like way different resonation of thoughts and without a doubt. But I will say this, like when I started doing Facebook, I always individually reply to every single person. Okay. I did the same thing Dr. Jason saying. I talked to a lady from freaking the Philippines. Just called her and gave her my advice on something. I mean, she comments on everything I do, shares it's like they're saying, we're people. Listen with your ears and your heart and give them value.
Right.
You always hear, if you're just giving people value, they trust, And then eventually, if you put something out there, they'll buy. But you're not trying to get anything. Just give them from your heart. And I pray,
Right.
it doesn't matter what platform, right? But absolutely, they're 100% correct. Totally professional over there, like totally different ball game. You know, it's not all the spam and all that, but you know, just I always tell people spend 15 minutes doing one thing and then get out of it. Don't scroll Facebook all freaking day. Don't scroll
Mhm.
YouTube all day. Like you're gonna go stupid crazy. Like 15 minutes, comment like they're saying individually. Be smart about it. Then shut it off. Go be with your family, work your business, share with other. Like that's what you do. You know, maybe you do 15 minutes before you go to bed or something. Laura, how much better did you feel when you got off Facebook? And you
Oh, yeah, way better. Way better. It was killing me.
so just be strategic, I think is what Misty and Dr. Jason are saying, right? And that's what I'm trying to say too. Like allocate your time, use your time, boom, move on.
You never know. You never know like what a connection is going to lead to. Sometimes I make a connection with somebody and it's like, wow, I can really help this person. And I give them a connection to somebody else. That's a great contact for them. Right. And they're grateful for that. And you're right. Maybe someday they're watching my stuff and someday they come back and go, hey, I really wanted to do this thing with Misty because I remember that she does A, B, and C or whatever.
Well, because you were her, you had that person's best interest at heart.
Yeah.
That's the point. Don't ever miss that. That's giving without expecting something in return.
I would also recommend asking them first, tell me about yourself. What do you do? What are you all about? Because when they start telling you about them, it gives you a really good idea of how to then help them. And if you start talking first about what you do, you have no idea. So that was one other thing I missed earlier. Make sure you go, if you're going to connect with somebody, I always go to their profile first. Even if that's on Facebook, LinkedIn, doesn't matter. I go check them out real quick. I spend 15, 20, 30 seconds. I read what it is that they're about, right? If it's in their about section in Facebook or in LinkedIn, I read their profile real quick. I want to know who they are because if I know who they are, I can then learn how to best serve them.
Here's something I learned the hard way. A friend I was really close to in school, growing up my whole life. I reached out to her about Juice Plus when I started this. And I didn't ask her any questions. I just loved the product and it was going to benefit her and her family. And she got so pissed off. She took it as though I was telling her she wasn't being a good mother.
Oh, no.
And it wasn't that, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't even ask me, blah, blah, blah. And she's right, I didn't. Right? But I thought because I was so
Sure.
close to a friend that she should just do what I told her to, right? Always ask questions first.
Sure.
Anything else about LinkedIn? That was great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And as I keep learning more, I'll keep filling you guys in. But I do think, like Dr. Kenny said, it's, it doesn't matter what platform you're using. Just use a platform and get good at it. So practice. And sometimes I'll throw something out there. I'm like, well, today I had a call. Great guy. I mean, really great guy. But he asked me first, hey, tell me about yourself. And I'm like, oh man, he asked me first. and then weird. I just started rambling and all of a sudden I said, I think I'm kind of shotgunning you. I don't know anything about you. I said, go ahead, you tell me. And then he started asking me more questions. So he kind of took control of the conversation, right? And it was okay. It turned out fine. But yeah, everybody has a business on there, right? Everyone's looking to connect. If they're going to connect with you, they usually have a reason. I talked to a guy today that he did two podcasts today for other people, and he's had multiple Zoom calls with people around the country. And he's got this amazing heart. This just great. I just let him talk and I asked him questions and I tried to help him. I didn't even talk about any of my businesses, none of them. And the reason is because I wanted to hear his story. I just did because it's a pretty cool story. And if you get a chance, check him out. His name is Michael Smile. And he has the Smile Project, and his literal goal is to go around and make people smile.
I started following him.
He's cool.
He is amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love his stuff.
Go ahead, Dr. Kenny, what?
Like a couple, I've seen him with like a few pictures of like Down syndrome children, I think.
That's his daughter. I got to meet her today. Yeah, she's such a doll. Oh my gosh. He said, you guys are just gonna break your heart. He said to me today, he said, you know what I realized one day? That she wakes up every morning, every single morning, and she smiles. She just smiles, this joyful, no stress, no anxiety, no, I'm exhausted or my day or whatever. He said, just this pure, exhilarated joy to be alive. And he said, how can you not just love that and want to share that with people? He also does like random acts of kindness too. So that's part of his thing. And he goes around and gives people money and gift cards because they're working in the rain or, or the pizza delivery guy. He went out and found this pizza delivery guy and gave him this card. They like chased him down. Literally, the guy was like, what are you doing? And they got him to roll down the window. They gave him the gift card. And then they had this idea to call the pizza company and order pizza and hope they got the same guy. Well, they did. He delivers their pizza. They gave him more. And he just like totally lost it. Couldn't believe that he'd just gotten all this money from them. But I love that. I loved his story. I was just trying to help him like brainstorm on how to really break it out and just make it huge. So, but anyway, I wanted to share that with you. That's my win for today.
So,
How people want to help you more. That's the whole theme of this, isn't it?
Yes.
Find your love, give it away. It always returns.
All right, awesome. Any other questions before we wrap it up for the night? Let you all get back to your families.
Let's get
nope, nothing for me. Got something to do Thursday though.
Perfect. If you have any questions this week, if you start kind of diving in a little bit, just reach out to me. I'm happy to help in any way I can.
Okay, great.
Night, guys.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Good night.